All right. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. So, welcome. This gray space is our logo. Is it gray on your end? Oh, whatever, y'all. Whatever. Sometimes tech is crazy, and we're going to roll with it and not let us stress out. So, hi. We're here. You can see my screen. What's wrong? Okay, so we made it. We're here. Welcome to the Launch with Facebook Automation Workshop. This is a 2-day workshop hosted by yours truly. That would be me, Taylor, and Misty, who's right here. You can wave right in front of the camera if you like. Those are her fingers. Those are Misty's. They belong to her. We are the Biz Solutions sisters together, okay? So this is day 1. It's all about filling your launch events with hot leads on autopilot. And it is brought to you by me, Taylor. And tomorrow, Misty will be the presenter. So who here has been to our workshops before? Let us know down below. Some of you look very familiar. And who here, it's your first time seeing my face or coming to one of our workshops? Let us know if you're brand spanking new, you've never seen one of our or joined one of our workshops before. Let us know. I just like to see where everyone is at. Never? Just want to say hi, Taylor. We'll be watching the replay later. Okay, perfect. First workshop, new. Okay, great. Brand new. Well, welcome. Misty and I are super friendly. Some of our clients are in here. They're going to tell you how awesome everything is and just ask any questions that you need to. So who is excited? New or not new? Who is excited to learn how to launch using automation? Let us know. Okay, so day 1, like I said, day 1 is brought to you by me. Hot leads for your launch. Okay, this is what we're going to be discussing. We're going to go over some lead gen overview, launch lead gen goals to strive for, lead gen automation tools live. You finally get to see how these work. The 4 steps to launch lead generation, how we do it. Literally how Misty and I do it, okay? And all of our clients. Launch workflow and strategy, 6 types of launch content. This is massive. And additional tips for your events, okay? We want you to walk away with some value and some things you can implement right away. So stick around the entire time because we have some really cool giveaways during this workshop, both today and tomorrow. So make sure you take notes. Listen to my words right now. Make sure you are active and engaging because Misty is watching and you will be rewarded. All right, so are we ready? I think so. Okay, so first, we always start our workshops with a few misconceptions about automation. And so I'll start by asking who does feel hesitant about automation? Who's kind of like, I don't know about that. That's a fancy word. That sounds like a fancy thing I'm going to have to learn. And it sounds complicated. Let us know. Be honest. Are you a little bit scared or hesitant when it comes to automation and adding it into your business? And on the flip side, who's really thrilled about automation? So here's some misconceptions Misty and I hear all the time. It is difficult. It's not difficult. If I can do it, you can do it. What's my nickname, Misty?
Tech Granny.
Tech Granny, she says, and it's true. And everyone knows that about me. I feel like I should dress up as a granny for these.
Yes.
So it's not difficult, but it does take a little prep work. But guess what? We're here for that. It is expensive. It's not. It requires a team. It doesn't. Your team can absolutely use the automation tools to get better results, but you don't have to have a team to implement automation. You'll never understand it. Again, if Tech Granny can understand it, you can understand it. I'll show up like a robot. You won't. I've had many people, and probably some of you who are here right now, many people have no idea if it's me or automation because more on that later, but you build your message segments as human as you like and your personality. And then lastly, we hear this all the time, Facebook will block me. And I can tell you, as someone who's been blocked by Facebook many times, I was always getting restricted on Facebook when I wasn't using automation. And you'll see why whenever I start showing you some of the tools a little bit later, okay? So I just want to go ahead and put those misconceptions away. Let's get them out of your head, okay? All right, so listen, we're about to spend about, I don't know, maybe another 45 minutes together, right? And I can sit here and I can tell you how great automation is because, yeah, it's our business. We're supposed to do that and because we love it. But before I spend all this time showing you how amazing it is, we would really like it if you heard it from just a couple of our clients, okay? So we're gonna play you this super quick video so you can get as excited as we are.
Launch and using the tools, this is a game changer. I was also able to automatically follow up with them on autopilot, freeing up my time so I can do what really matters most.
That the Genius Tools is a game changer to my business. Now, I no longer waste time looking for new connections manually. Miss Taylor and Miss Misty, this is really a game changer for me and my business.
The post scheduler, how freaking clever is it? Getting in the DMs and talking to people, that's made a huge difference for me and my sales. We could automate our lead generation, which would take up so much time.
Automation has been key in my business. The tools that they've introduced me to have been game-changing for my business. I have been trying to fit my business into the nooks and crannies of my life, but after having these tools, I can literally press a button and walk away from my computer and gain back hours in my time. I literally feel busier, but it's taking less of my time to be busy because it's productive, it's strategic.
Super guys. Thank you very much, lady.
Okay, could everyone hear that? That's the first time I've done that in Canva. Granny Taylor. Could y'all hear that? I want to know if that worked because I want to do that all the time if it did. So yeah, you could hear it. Amazing. So some of the consistent words you just heard are what? Game changer, easier, saving time, doing things I love. Yeah, so this is just a tiny, tiny handful of our 40 plus, 45 clients. So I just wanted y'all to have an opportunity to get as excited as we are. Okay, so who's ready to fill your launch event with hot leads? Yeah? Yes, now we're gonna get going with the learning. But before we dive in, I want to know, how is your lead gen for your launches going? On a scale of 1 to 10, give us a number. How is lead gen going for you? If it's a 1, you're definitely in the right place. But also if it's a 10 or an 8 to 10, you're also in the right place because we're gonna help you turn that into a very consistent 10 or maybe even a 20. How are the numbers? I don't even have launches but need to learn, no problem. Harriet, we have a 1, okay. I need to learn. I'm hearing a lot of learning. We have a 1, okay. Misty, I'll let you look at those numbers, but I'm sure there's room for improvement. Can we all agree on that? Okay, so what does launch mode look like for you? Does it look like this? Is this how you're feeling when you're launching? Like, let's just get rid of this laptop. I'm out, I'm done. We hear this a lot. This is the perfect video for the words that we hear when business owners tell us how launch mode feels for them. Or does it feel like this? Well, this is a little bit glitchy. There we go. I know y'all see me in Misty's videos. And we're doing this a lot, right? How about this? Can anyone resonate with this one? How do y'all feel? Picture 1, 2, or 3. Let us know below. Okay, obviously our goal is to get to picture 2 and 3, and that is why you're here right now. So obviously for our launches, we have to have lead generation, right? We all know why lead generation is massively important. It has to be done, no questions asked. So why not automate at least some of the heavy lifting for your lead gen, right? It's a no-brainer, okay? Because if we have no leads for our launch, we have no sales for our launch. We make no sales. And if we make no sales, I hate to use this word, but it's a failed launch, okay? We can always learn something from a launch, no matter how it goes, but like, let's keep it simple. It's a failed launch if nothing happens, okay? And I know that all of us here right now work way too hard to have an unsuccessful launch, okay? So let's change that. So launch lead gen goals to strive for. Let me pull something up real quick. So we want to have multiple sources of lead gen, okay? We're talking friend requests, content, emails, interviews. And what I mean by interviews is interviews in other groups, collab opportunities, okay? More on that if you work with us, yada, yada, yada. Consistent. Your lead gen, guess what, everyone? Lead gen isn't going to do anything for you if you do it twice a week, if it's hit or miss. It cannot be hit or miss. Your lead gen has to be done consistently. Lead gen should be automated. Of course, we cannot automate every single part of it, but we can automate a lot of it, and you'll see that today. Ideally, we want to be shooting for about 10 to 30 plus leads per week, depending where you are in your business currently, okay? And what do I mean by leads? I mean, how many conversations are we having with people every week? All right, and I want to bring your attention to this amazing document right here. Just a moment. Come on. Oh my God, tech is not on my side today. There we go. All right, so I want to bring your attention to this amazing roadmap to a successful launch document. So we told you that we had gifts for you, right? So if you are here, as you can see, this is a 36 to 40 page document, and this is an entire launch plan, okay? This is a launch checklist, roadmap, all of the things that you could ever need for a launch, okay? So if you are here and you are engaging this and you come both days live, you are going to get access to this document, all right? And this is really going to help you identify those launch lead gen goals that you need to strive for, because it's going to be different for everyone's business depending on the momentum you have going in your business, all right? It is a fantastic document. So tell us how excited you are in the comments about that. What is it, 40-page document? 40 page, oh my God, 40 pages of tips for your next launch. Like, holy crap. And you get that for free for being here, okay? So now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we're gonna talk about lead gen on autopilot. So the first tool I want to show you is Genius Connector. And I'm sure you just heard in that social proof video with our clients how much they are loving Genius Connector. And you've probably seen it on my stories, in the group, etc. So let's hop over to Facebook. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh this page while I'm talking. So our Genius Connector tool can be run from 3 different places. And what this tool does is adds ideal clients on autopilot. So it sends them friend requests. All right, this is the tool right up here in my little extensions toolbar, right? This is Genius Connector. As you can see, there's lookup intervals. So this is how much time is in between each friend request. This is what I was talking about with staying out of Facebook jail. All right, this is how you stay out of Facebook jail, because we're not going add, okay? You set your number of requests so you know you're not going over and you know you're not going under, all right? So we're on a suggested friends list, right? So this is the algorithm showing you people that are in your network. So I can tell this tool that I want to only add people with greater than or equal to 50 mutual friends. Incredible, right? Because that means they're deeply embedded in my network, right? So we have a ton of talking points, and they're way more likely to accept my friend request. Okay, so we have the ability to choose an automated DM. We don't recommend it. And then we simply hit run. And as you can see, people are added on autopilot. And I can go do whatever the hell I want. For example, I can give this workshop right now while I'm generating leads, which is really freaking awesome. So how much time would you say just this tool alone, Misty, is saving us? At least an hour.
I think at least 2 hours.
For her, 2 hours, because she's adding probably 45, 50 people a day, right? Because she's been doing this for a really long time. She has that momentum. So here I am delivering a workshop, something that is highly important, something that is revenue generating, and I know that leads are being generated right here in the background. So can you see why this is pretty awesome? Need I say more? So I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. And I want to hop over and show you what it looks like when you run it from a Facebook group. All right. So it's a set of different criteria, but Facebook groups are massively important, right? Because we're all already engaging in there. That's where we're finding our leads. But our tool allows you to connect with people in Facebook groups where your ideal clients are already hanging out if you're picking the right groups. And we get to hone in on our ideal client like this, and I'm going to show you right now. So when we're in a Facebook group, we can use other criteria such as keywords and negative keywords. So if I'm looking to connect with business coaches, but I'm not looking to connect with, I don't know, breathwork coaches, for example, I get to type all of that in right here. I can get as specific as I want. And it works the exact same way. We have all of the limits keeping us out of Facebook jail, and we get to tell this tool, these are the only people I want to add. We click run, and it's running for us on autopilot. And I can click away. I can do whatever I want. I can go take a nap. I can go to the gym, anything. And I come back, and it's still generating the leads for me. So how do we feel about the Genius Connector tool? I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to go to the comments and see how we feel about this. I love seeing the excitement. Like, yep, laser focused targeting. I just got the, okay. Okay, cool. I love seeing all these exclamation points. Fantastic. So just to give you guys an idea of what we do. So Misty and I usually send out about anywhere from 25 to 45 friend requests a day, right? And we give people the opportunity to accept our friend requests without sending a DM. We want them to decide to connect with us based on our profile and the vibe they get when they see our friend request, okay? So from there, I just showed you how we're generating the leads, right? From there, we are able to visit the friends section of our profile and see who all of the new people are that accepted our friend request. So see here on this screen how I have all of these unlabeled people, which I'll show you why my friends list looks like this and yours doesn't, unless you're our client, in just a moment. But from here, see all of these unlabeled people? These are all people who accepted my friend request. And now I get to give them a label, such as new connection, and then I get to send them a broadcast message that invites them to our workshop. And that is how we get 100+ signups for our workshop, right? All of this is on autopilot. Okay, we generate the leads, we give the label, and as you can see here, see all of these broadcasts, it's basically like email marketing for your Facebook Messenger. You can see 15 messages, 15 DMs, 23 DMs, 21 DMs, 33, 30, right? All of this is done with me clicking a couple of buttons. It's amazing. So I would say that probably saves us just the connector and the CRM 2-3 hours a day. Yeah, for me personally, for Misty, and I know our clients say the same thing. So are y'all still with me? Okay, cool. Can't wait to have more. Sounds awesome. Melissa, oh, me on the screen. Okay, great. So I'm glad we're understanding. So why is this so amazing? I want to hear why, like, you tell me, why is this tool so amazing? Before I tell you, can you tell me what you just saw very, very briefly? Why is that so awesome? I'd love to hear your take on it. So obviously this is great because we're saving loads of time. We're staying consistent. How many times do you go and add friends and then you give up after a couple because you don't want to get blocked on Facebook? You maybe add a few people, then you go do something else, then you forget to add the rest of the people. How many times do people accept your friend request and you never DM them because you have no system in place to reach out to them? You probably have hundreds of people on your recently added that have never been contacted. And take a look at my recently added. See all of these green labels? That mean new connection outreach 1. That means I have reached out to them one time because of automation. You hardly see anyone on my recently added friends list who hasn't been contacted. And this is our system. It's incredible. All of these people probably came in today because I have new leads, as you can see right here, every single day. So I do this every day to check in, okay? So consistency is key, all right? Genius Connector and CRM are so important because you constantly have a pipeline of leads, as you can see here, coming through no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what you have to do that day, okay? And you're always filling your workshop with ideal clients, okay? It's a very simple system. How are we feeling? Yes, love that you can be consistent, for sure. Us too. It's our favorite part. And once you do this, you know, you're doing it every day for a week, it just becomes second nature. You know, this is your system. You do the same things every day for your business. And it's a few things that you do every day for your business and you're constantly growing. All right, so part 2 of launch lead gen. Your stories, right? I cannot tell you all how many people comment on my stories, old leads, and new ones I've just connected with. In fact, some of you are here right now, or some of you watching the replay signed up for this workshop because you accepted my friend request and you instantly checked out my profile and checked my stories and DM'd me the word tools. I didn't have to do a thing, you know? I had something really cool on my story, and my stories are always in blast mode. So don't forget your stories, okay? I recommend posting on your story 3 times a day. Launch info, social proof, something about your personality, okay? And obviously you can add much, much more. I post so much on my stories, but make sure always, no matter if you're in launch mode or not, make sure your stories are going, but definitely during launch mode, blast the social proof on there. Build up anticipation, build up excitement, do polls, be funny, get people excited. And as we know, the great thing about stories is that they stay for 24 hours. You can't beat that. All right? So who's posting on their stories now? How's your story game? Is it strong? Is it weak? Okay, so we're gonna pop back over. Some of you might be wondering, so we're talking about leads, right? I just showed you how to generate new leads. But many of us have been in this online space for a hot minute, and we have leads. We have a pipeline of leads, or we at least have an audience on our Facebook profile that we can always tap back into, okay? And you can re-engage with those people. You can reach back out to those people on autopilot using automation, all right? So that's what I want to talk about right now. Once I go to the next slide. Okay. Now we're going to go into part 3 of Launch Lead Gen. I'm going to be introducing to you the Genius Messenger CRM. Wow. Any questions that I need to pause for? Okay, cool. All right, so let's hop back over to, let's go right here. So our Genius Messenger CRM, Misty is going to talk about this again tomorrow, so don't worry, you don't need to memorize everything right now. But the Genius Messenger CRM is just that. It's a CRM that lays right over your Facebook profile. It's built into your Facebook Messenger. We have the ability to create all of these different labels, all of these different tags to keep our pipeline of leads organized at all times. Okay, so I just want to use an example for how we re-engage with our pipeline, with our audience when we are in launch mode. So for example, if you have a Facebook group, all right, you give all of your Facebook group members a Facebook group label. Like you can see group GWS, right? We have 251 people with this label. So what do? And probably the reason some of you are here right now, we send out a broadcast which I'll explain in a minute. We send out a broadcast to our Facebook group members, inviting them to the workshop. Okay, so we might do that the first 2 weeks of launch mode, sending out invites to our group members, getting them signed up using our broadcast feature. All right, and what our broadcast feature does is it's a series of messages that you build in your own language that you send out to people with a specific label. So you can see here, new connection, 15 DMs. So this broadcast was sent out to everyone who has a new connection label. All right, so if you have 250 group member labels, you create your broadcast and you set your limits per day, and you send all of those DMs inviting those 250 people on autopilot. You set it up once and you let it run. Maybe it takes a week to send out to that many people. But can you imagine how many, I don't even know how many hours 250 DMs equals. Probably 15, 20, I don't know, a lot. But it's just incredible. Like, can you imagine we're doubling our results or tripling our results and our efforts in a shorter amount of time, okay? So like I said earlier, it's basically like setting up email marketing, but inside of your Facebook Messenger, right? So how with email marketing, we send campaigns to a specific list. In our Facebook Messenger, we're sending promo DMs, invite DMs to your workshop to specific labels. So that could be a hot lead label, a medium lead label, a Facebook group label, however you have it set up. So this is massive. I'm going to check in with the comments. How many do you suggest to send per day? So that totally depends on how many DMs you are already sending, but we never want to go over 30. Okay, we never tell our clients to go over 30. But if you're sending 0 DMs from right now when we're speaking, we work with our clients on that, like what kind of plan to set up with your friend request, with how many DMs you send out, et cetera, et cetera. So don't worry about that. Okay, shall we move on? Okay, so another way to reach back out to your existing leads is through another automation tool, which is called Genius Birthday Posts. And some of you have probably received a card from me recently because there have been so many April birthdays. Holy crap. I swear I have like 15 birthdays a day. But our Genius Birthday Post tool automatically sends out a card, which you can see 2 birthday cards that I send out to people, these hilarious cards here that grab everyone's attention. It auto posts to their timeline telling them happy birthday, and it also sends them a happy birthday DM. And look at these cards, y'all. You wouldn't believe some of the responses I get. They're like, oh, you made my day. I actually have multiple screenshots on my phone. I use them for social proof all the time. They're like, oh, this made my day. Oh my God, this cracked me up. That was freaking hilarious. So this is happening in the background. Let's just say you have 10 birthdays a day, right? You have 2,000 friends on Facebook. You have about 10 birthdays a day on average. That's 10 leads you're re-engaging with in the most fun and genuine way, you know? So this is just a bonus automation tool that I wanted to show you, and it's super, super fun. How do we feel about Genius Birthday Post? Do y'all love it? Who has gotten a birthday card from me? I'm very curious. Probably so many of you. I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, I love the birthday ones. I used to spend about 1 hour every morning sending birthday wishes until I found this. Epic, epic. Fun, love, awesome. Yes, we love this one. I don't think I'm ever going to change my cards, y'all. Like, they are perfect for my personality. And Misty does epic cards too. She's so good at them. And you know what? I just think maybe we should give away a birthday wisher. What do y'all think? We usually have confetti during this, so just picture us throwing confetti around right now. I think we should give one of these away. Misty, who was the last comment? Is it frozen? Oh, okay. I can. Oh, mine says, who was the person that put awesome in all caps? Bear with us. Oh my God, is this because it's the new moon? This is why isn't Mercury retrograde over? Why are we having so many tech issues? Okay, who says I did? Because I can't see your name. It just says Facebook user. If you could help me out here, that'd be perfect. I'm just waiting on a name. Ah, okay. Perfect. Okay, congratulations, Misty. You're good. We're rocking and rolling again. All right, awesome. We will contact you about your birthday wisher, and you are going to have so much fun building your cards. It is awesome. Okay, great. There's more where that came from. All right, so part 4 of launch lead gen. Okay. It's content, baby, content. So let's answer some quick questions about content, shall we? One is, how is your content game? How do you feel about your content? Many business owners that we speak to are so stressed out about content, and they are spending way too much time on it. And I promise you, what I'm about to show you and how Misty and I help our clients with content, it's going, especially for launches, it's going to simplify it so much. So tell me in the comments, how do you feel about your content strategy plan, your content game on a scale of 1 to 10? How do you feel about it? I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to respond. Ooh, we have an 8, I see. That is a very good number. We have a 3, okay. 4. All All right, so we have some numbers all over the map here. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we are about to cover the 6 types of content for a successful launch quickly here, right here in this next slide, okay? But I do want everyone to know that we spend an entire week covering this in our Launch with Facebook Automation course. All right, so there's a lot to learn here. We cannot unpack everything about content in a couple of minutes. It's impossible. So content is important, especially now more than ever, but it doesn't have to be challenging. So if you do need support with your launch content, your content in general, just DM us. We do spend a lot of time helping people with that in our Launch with Facebook Automation course. But for now, we're going to briefly go over the 6 types of content. And y'all have probably heard me talk about these before if you've been following me for a while. Okay, so here we go. Educational is the first one we're going to talk about. It's purely teaching, okay? Purely teaching. That's Facebook Lives. It can be a written value post, but where you are just teaching your audience about what you know, okay? Results 1. Sometimes I call this authority 1. Those are your wins, your personal wins, okay? I just had a 7K launch. Let me tell you how I did it, all right? Results 2, your clients' wins, all right? That video you just saw earlier, that was a results 2 piece of content. Your clients' wins, social proof from your clients, what results are your clients getting by working with you? The 4th type, inspirational, okay? This is personal stories. We have to get personal, y'all. We have to get personal. People buy from people. And many of you are probably here right now, especially our clients, I know, because you love Misty and I, and we love you too. Personal stories. And I just want to make something very clear. And this is coming from the drama queen herself, okay? Every inspirational post doesn't have to be this life-changing, transformational novel, okay? It can simply be, for example, hey, I really started mastering my automation and it allowed me the time to go to the gym 6 times a week instead of 3. It freed up my time a bit. That's amazing, okay? It doesn't always have to be this intense story. So just keep that in mind. The 5th one is sales posts. So that's exactly what it is. You're purely selling in that type of content. And just keep in mind, during launch period, you are going to have way more sales content than you would at other times in your business. All right, we always want the educational, the results, the inspirational to be way higher than the sales posts. But during launch mode, just know that you're gonna have to bump up the sales post numbers just a bit. Okay, we go over the exact numbers in our course. But let's talk about the last kind of content, which is engagement. All right, so this can be all types of content. Market research, asking a simple question in a color block post. What's your number 1 challenge when you launch? Countdown posts, getting people excited about your event. Pure fun. I posted something in the group the other day that went crazy. I can't recall right now. The never have I ever. That was hilarious because I had 0 points. I've done it all apparently. I was starting to question my morals. Pure fun. Any kind of post that gets people involved, that gets people excited, that gets people talking. This is great for the algorithm, and we want the algorithm to be in our favor at all times, of course, but definitely in launch mode, okay? So how do we feel? Do you feel like you're covering these 6 types of content in launch mode or not in launch mode? Just in general, you can let us know. Do some of these types of content look totally new to you? Let us know. Alrighty, moving right along. Now it's time to talk strategy. Okay. Is everyone still with me? How are we doing? All right, I see everyone is still here. The numbers are the same. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So the number one reason why launches fail, I think this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is because there's no plan in place. There's no strategy. It's usually what's up. Or people do have a strategy, but it's not one they can stick to. It's not simple enough. It's overwhelming, okay? Who here has a launch strategy that they follow? Or some sort of flow that you follow during launch mode? I'd really love to get an idea of who has some sort of structure that they're following. Let us know below, please. Harriet, this is totally me, no strategy. Yeah, well, I can see why you might be frustrated then. No strategy here either. Loving this, awesome. Not me. Okay, well, y'all are all in the right place then. Strategy is important. It just takes the overwhelm and the stress out of business as a whole, but especially during launch mode, because there's so many little tidbits there's so many moving parts. So if you have a flow, then you're in flow. You're not scrambling around everywhere. So these days are over. Y'all heard me and Misty say this before. We can't do this anymore, y'all. It doesn't work this way. There's too much competition online. There's too many people with strategies, so we have to get one ourselves, right? So now that we know strategy and workflow is important, and I have a better idea of where you all are, I'm going to show you the workflow that we use every day in our business, launch or not. And then I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at the launch documents that we use as well, okay? And I just want everyone to know we hook all of our clients up with these launch documents and this workflow so they can simplify and succeed. We're all about simple here. We really are. Simplify, I should say simplify, save shitloads of time, and succeed. Okay, so let's hop over to the workflow. So you saw just a couple of our automation tools earlier, right? Very briefly, and I'll give everyone an opportunity to ask more questions about those at the end, and I can go back in and show a little bit more, but I want to be very conscious of everyone's time. So you saw those tools. You've seen the connector. We've taken a brief look at the CRM, and you also know about Genius Birthday Posts. But you might be going like, how does all of this fit into my business? How does all of this fit into my launch mode? And that's what the daily workflow is for. So this is the exact system that we follow every single day. And I actually did a live. I invited our audience to work with me one morning. I woke up, I did my personal stuff. I hopped on live and I went through this workflow while everyone watched. And what did it take, Misty? 15 minutes?
I think not even.
I think not even 15 minutes. And I did some talking at the beginning because y'all know I can't keep my mouth shut. So 15 minutes, y'all, right? And of course, I've been using this for some time, but just think like if you're learning from Misty and I, we can teach you how to do your workflow in 15 minutes a day. It's incredible, right? So this is our workflow, and it looks like a lot, but obviously, like you just check these things off as you go. Some of this is like posting to your story. Like this one is just making sure that Genius Birthday Post is on. I don't have to do anything. It's already running in the background, but just kind of checking in, going, okay, birthday cards are being sent out, but I don't have to do anything. Most of this workflow is automated. So that's why it can take us 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, maybe for one of our brand new clients. So it's incredible. Just saving loads and loads of time. Does this look familiar? I know my clients have this, but does this kind of structure look like anything that you have in your business right now? No strategy, but not for launches. No strategy. Okay, cool. I think my comments are a little bit behind, but that's okay. All right, so daily workflow. Enough said. It's amazing. Honestly, I've been using a workflow since like day one, whenever our first coach, Misty, gave us a workflow to follow. Like we are firm believers in putting it out and checking it off, because whenever it stays in here, it becomes this unachievable mountain that we have to climb every day. If we put it on paper, automate it, the needle is always moving in way less time. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so I'm gonna hop over, just quickly show you a bit of how we keep all of our launches organized. So Misty and I have this very intense launch documents. There's no pretty word for it. It's our launch documents, many spreadsheets. And you can see how it's broken down. Leads to tag, pre-launch content brain dump, us throwing all of our ideas out there, post-launch. I'm not gonna explain these in too much detail to confuse everyone. And here we have all of our content planned out. Remember those 6 types of content I showed you earlier? This is where we put it all on the calendar, and then we get it all scheduled into our Facebook group. And we use another tool called Genius Scheduler to schedule our content to our personal profile. Yes, that is possible. I'm not going to show that one today, but it is this little tool right here. And it does allow you to post your content to your personal profile, because I hear all the time from our audience, I always forget to post to my personal profile, because we have that ability to post in advance in our group, but we don't have that ability for our personal profile with any platform, but we do here. So this, if you want more information, obviously, about any of our tools, just ask. What I want to be conscious of time, so I'm not going to dive too much into that. So these launch documents are just, it's a game changer for us. We have launch info. We have our signups here. All of our signups are here. We keep track of everything. Day 1 engagement, day 2 engagement, leads to tag, all of our content, all of our details. And so that is how we help our clients, by organizing everything, getting everything automated, giving them that knowing on, this is what I work on every single day in order to be successful, just to really simplify it. So let us know if you have anything like this. I saw some people say they have a strategy, but not for launch. Did anyone say they had any launch strategy, or was it all no's? All no. So this is probably a very exciting document for you all if you don't have anything like this in place, right? Okay, so why do we use automation for our launches? I think you have a pretty good idea by now, right? To be way more chill. Consistency. This is just the number one thing. Like, come on, guys. Like, I know that April has been an insane month for me, and not all positively. I know that April has been an insane month for Misty, and not all positively. Life happens, and shit comes up, and we get taken away from the computer, or we get taken away from business for hours, sometimes days. But we are able to stay consistent when we are in launch mode, and just in business in general, no matter what life throws at us, because we have these automation tools. And you heard one of our clients in that social proof video at the beginning of this presentation say she's a mother, she's a wife, and now she can just press a button and walk away from the computer because she has to. She has kids, and she has a farm and all kinds of things going on in her life. So it keeps us all so consistent. We're also doubling our results, doubling our efforts, but spending less time at the computer, or maybe spending less time on the things we don't want to be spending time on is a better way to put it. To stay out of Facebook jail, you saw those time intervals. We set our limits, we set our criteria, and then we leave it alone. There's no risk of adding too many people. There's no risk of adding people too quickly, right? All of that is taken care of for us. And of course, we use this to double and triple, sometimes even more than that, our lead gen, right? Epic. All right, how are we doing in the comments? Everything good, Misty?
All good.
Great. Okay, so let's talk about some bonus launch tips, okay? This is something y'all can take with you. whether you want whether the automation has blown your mind or not. The first one is, some water, sorry. Okay, thank you. The first one is to set your personal profile up for success. Y'all, I usually talk a lot about this. I feel very strongly about this. Me and Misty and I both do. But you have to fix up your personal profile. If you are adding friends and inviting people somewhere and your profile looks like shit, no one is going to come. They're not going to take you seriously. Like, y'all, there's too much competition out there. We have to step it up a bit, okay? A lot of it. But it doesn't have to be hard, okay? So make sure your profile pic is on point. Make sure your messaging is on point. Does it say your title? Does it say what you do? Is there a link to your group or website? Banner, use your Facebook banner to promote your workshop or your launch, whatever that is. Your content, make sure you have relevant content on your page, okay? Another bonus launch tip, keep track of all leads on a spreadsheet. I just showed you that. It will help you a lot. Tag those leads, tag your workshop signups or your launch event signups in content leading up to the event, okay? Tag them in the event. Many of you are tagged by Misty and I. That makes a huge difference. We are busy, right? Everyone is busy. If they get a tag from you when the workshop is happening, that's awesome. They're way more likely to show up, okay? Oh, this is a big one. Find a launch buddy who can show up to your events and build engagement. Misty's in the comments. Is she not doing a killer job? She is. She is. Bravo, Misty. Have someone in the comments. Have someone moderate the lives. Have someone there to tag people, answer questions, okay? It's gonna help you so much. Have someone there to go, hey, these people were really, really interested today, so you can focus on presenting and being there with your audience. Okay, have some awesome gifts and freebies ready. You don't have software to give away? No problem. Give away something else that's badass that people can only get on the call, on the workshop, in the challenge, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And then, of course, be yourself and have fun. I mean, we had all kinds of tech issues earlier, but you know what? Shit happens and we smile and we move on because life doesn't have to be so serious. And people, in the end, there's a million other people doing what you're doing on some level, but people are going to buy from you because they like you. So just be yourself. All right. So speaking of really awesome freebies and giveaways, who was the last person to comment? Ritz. Oh, but Ritz doesn't have birthday wisher. And we were talking about her getting it. She's like, I want to win it so bad. She just has connected CRM. Oh my gosh, Ritz, you manifested this with our conversation. That is awesome. Congratulations, Ritz. And to the other winner, I'm so happy for y'all because it's such an amazing tool. Okay, so we're almost done, everyone. So I've taught you a lot today, have I not? I have. Now I need something from you, please. I would like to ask you these questions. So these are the day one cues. How is your launch strategy? Some of you have already answered this for me. If you haven't yet, let me know below because we really like to see where people are so we can understand what you need. If we hear a lot of the same things today and we're not including that in our day two, we can add some information in our day two. So make sure you tell us below exactly where you are so we understand, okay? Remember that daily workflow I showed you. Not the launch documents. Those are reserved for clients only, but we will give you all a workflow, okay? So if you need a workflow, drop the word. If you don't drop the word, you don't get the workflow, okay? Drop workflow if you need a workflow. Misty's checking in, okay? My second question is, how is your lead gen? Are you getting leads every week? I know I've talked to most of you personally, and the answer is no, okay? Drop us leads if you need leads now. And if you're not getting them, then you should be dropping leads because you do need leads now. Okay, so a quick reminder, if you want our roadmap to launch success document, remember that like 40-page document here, daily planner, it has way up here, it has a few pages that actually help you pick out your launch numbers that you need to strive for your business, depending on where you are, because your launch numbers and your conversion rates are different than Misty and I, and different than that client and that client, okay? So this is really going to help you figure out what your launch needs, what you need for your launch, and how to add more predictability into your launch periods. All right, so I just want to say, like, automation tools and using this, obviously working with Misty and I, you've heard the word, is just game changing. So you get this document by showing up to both days, okay? But if you are here now and you drop the workflow, I will give it to you. But you want this bad boy right here, you got to show up tomorrow. Okay, so. All right, so I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at day 2. Misty is going to show you how to build a full-blown launch sales system right inside your Facebook Messenger, okay? So you are converting your signups into paying clients, and you're celebrating at the end of your launches. You're not hiding in your room for a few days, okay? We've done both. We've done both. Before automation, I hated to launch. But now I don't mind it at all. In fact, I really love presenting and being here with y'all. So she's going to show you how to keep track of your leads, how to follow up with them, how to convert them. It's going to be amazing. So that CRM I showed you earlier very briefly, she's going to dive more into the features of this CRM, okay? So you definitely see my inbox here, my Facebook Messenger inbox, probably looks a bit different than yours, unless you're a client already. So she's going to dive into all of that and all of the features here, okay? And it's amazing. There's so many. We could spend a week just talking about the CRM. So really, you want to show up tomorrow, okay? All right. So for those of you who are already like, screw it, I want to work with y'all because this is awesome. Like, I really need to automate everything in my life, but I'm going to start with my launch periods and my business. There are a couple of ways we can support you, okay? And option 1 is we have monthly software packages, and there are options to private train with Misty and I. You can buy 1 session, you can buy 6 sessions, whatever you like. And we have a Facebook group, client-only support community for that, okay? So that's our lower ticket option. And then we have option 2, which is the thing I've been mentioning throughout this entire presentation, which is our Launch with Automation self-paced course. Okay, this is a beta launch for this course. All right, and so it's a beta price. This is going to be at this price one time. We'll just keep it real with you. We're very honest people. It will be at this price for one time, and then it will go up from there. We do have a 48-hour special during the workshop. Okay, so we have our early bird incentives, as we always do, which includes 4 weeks of Voxer access to Misty and myself, 4 weeks of free software tools, so you pay nothing for the software, and you get extra sales masterclasses with Misty. But our 48-hour special, if you're interested, while the workshops, the day 1 and day 2 are going on, you get an extra month of free software. So amazing. You get all of that early bird stuff, plus an additional month of free software, okay? So if you are interested in that extra month of free software is only gonna go on during the 2 days of the workshop. So just DM Misty or myself, and we'll give you all of the information that you need. And Misty is dropping the link in the comments to the course. If you're like, say no more, I need this, or I at least need the automation tools, the information is in the comments, and you can always DM me or Misty. We are here for your questions. All right, everyone. It was a joy to be here with you. Does anyone need me to go back into one of the tools and show you something. We're here live. I did this in exactly 1 hour. What up? Even with the tech difficulties. So does anyone need me to go back and show something? Anything about connector? Because we're going to dive more into CRM tomorrow, but I'm happy to pull up connector. Does anyone have questions about that? We good? Yeah? Okay. All right, everyone. You are fantastic. We'll see you for day 2. That's Missy. You want to come say hi? Here's my beautiful business partner. We're here together.
See you tomorrow.
Someone says, where do you get it? Where do you get what? Anything that you want to get from what I just taught, you get it from us. We got all the goods. So are the 3 tools introduced Genius Connector, Birthday Posts, and Messenger Genius CRM? Yes. I don't know who said that, just says Facebook user. But yes, those are the 3 tools that we introduced today. But we'll be diving more into Genius Messenger CRM tomorrow. I also talked about Genius Post Scheduler, but we didn't go into too much detail. Phone call. Oops. Okay. All right. So we're all good, right? We're all good. We'll see you tomorrow. DM us with questions. Big love. Bye, everyone.
Bye.